Hey guys, what is up? Grant right here. I'm back here today for a brand new video. Today we're diving back into the world of Lara. As per popular request, we're going to be getting into another request from one of my incredible patrons. I'm going to be reacting to Lara Fabian's performance of Llora. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Once again, you guys know if I made a mistake, please kindly correct me. As per usual, I'm super excited. We are testing a different location in the apartment. I'm in my bedroom in front of my closet here. We got some natural light coming in, so I'm just sort of testing out different places to see what looks best in video for you guys. But that is the setup for today, and I am hoping you guys like it. So get something to eat, get something to drink, make yourself comfortable. It is a good day to be here with me. We're going to have a good old time as per usual. Without further ado, let's get into it. Before I begin today's video, as always, if you're new here, thank you so much for joining me. If you would please give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and head on over to the Patreon to join everybody in the community. I'd be very grateful to have you there, and so would we all. Now let's get into it.
As a woman, we experience many things. Sometimes extraordinary, sometimes terrible. Here is a song I wrote for Maria Victoria, a victim of too much love, a victim simply of being a woman.
Llora sin lágrimas, llora con tu sonrisa, llora con todo y te va a pasar. Llora y se va a caer este dolor inmenso, llora para buscar un poco de paz. Llora y te escucharé, llora como yo canto, olvida lo que te mata el corazón. Llora y compartiremos la pena que tu cuerpo no tenía que descubrir. Llora, no tengas miedo, soy un alma sincera. Llora, amiga, amiga mía. Déjala huir, amor no tiene. Deja tu pena en un rincón, abrí la puerta y vámonos. ¿Para qué morir? Vaya adelante, si quieres aire y felicidad, libertad. Siéntate aquí conmigo, háblame de tus sueños, los que dibujan niños tan feliz. Siéntate un momento, luchamos en silencio y que vuelva un cielo azul, que nadie te hagas daño. Dai, vámonos. Porque morir ahí adelante. Si quieres aire y felicidad, abrí la puerta y vámonos. Déjalo ir. Amor no tiene. Un hombre no es hombre si no puede.
Absolute breathtaker as per usual. Thank you so much for my amazing patrons for that amazing request. That completely blew me away. You guys already know the deal. I might need a Kleenex or two in a minute because that just completely that hit home once again. Before I even dive into my commentary regarding vocals and the music, the message of this song really resonated with me, and I'm pretty sure it did with you guys as well. If you come from the background that I come from, I'm so glad there were subtitles in this video because what I gathered from this, and from what I know that Llora did write the song also, from what I gathered from the subtitles, is the song was based on a woman who was giving too much love to a man or a significant other and didn't receive it in return. And basically it was a one-way street. She loved him, but he didn't love her, and he wasn't giving her what she was giving him. So she just kept suffering in silence, and Llora was saying, confide in me, pour your heart out to me, and let's heal together. You don't have to stay in this situation and, live in misery, giving every ounce of yourself when you're not getting anything in return. And I really can relate to that because my mother basically was, when I was growing up, my mother was with, my father died when I was very young, and my mother was with another man when she had me. And she was being abused. There was a lot of domestic violence. She was being abused. She was being sexually abused from what I know. There was a lot of bad stuff going on at the hands of my stepfather at the time, who we were living with. And she suffered so greatly in silence. I remember one day she came home, and the stepfather punched her so hard in the ear, she lost hearing in one of her ears. And so many things like that happened too, with her and the abuse. I was abused by the same person before we escaped that household. And my mother just suffered so much in silence. She used other things to mask the pain. And she didn't have anyone to confide in, to sort of talk to heal through. Later on, she did have people that she, would hang out with, but she never really, from what I saw, had any true friends that would really be there for her. And this song really touched me because it's sort of what I wished my mother had, was someone like Llora to confide in, to heal with, to talk it out through, and to let her know that you don't need to suffer in this. you're worth more than that. You know what I mean? And I think there's so many people out there, mainly women, but women, men, anyone who's giving love and it's not being reciprocated back, and it's anyone who's sort of a victim of that one-way street. I myself have been victim of it, knows exactly what she's talking about in the song, and it's just such a heartbreaking but therapeutic song as well, because it sort of gives hope to those who are suffering in silence, that there are people out there that will listen to them and that they can heal with. They don't have to do it alone. A lot of times, myself included, when people are going through tough times, when they are going through traumatic events, when they're going through abuse, they sort of cut the world off and they try to do everything themselves. But you can't do everything yourself in life. You need others. Every once in a while, you do need a helping hand. And it's hard for me to reach out to, because I'm a very independent person, but you have to reach out for help sometimes. And there are people out there that will listen to you, that will, understand you, and who will guide you and help you on your journey of healing, no matter what, you're going through. So this was a breathtakingly, beautiful song. Just the message of the song just is so important. And that, you guys know, I'm just so big on that. I don't care how many times I'm stating it in these videos. It is so important to continue to bring messages like this to the forefront, because 90% of what we have going on in music today is just, there's no depth to it. It is very surface level. And it's a lot of, just real negativity. There's such a need for music like this, with these kind of messages, to really, really help people that are suffering, real life circumstances. Not this BS that these artists are talking about nowadays, that, none of it even makes sense, half of it. But stuff like this, it's so important to keep that in the forefront of the music business, because I feel there is still such a need for that kind of song out there. And there are people, like I said, that look up to these songs and, are, affected by them, and it leaves a lasting imprint on them. So kudos to Llora for this. This was just absolutely incredible. Unbelievable vocals in this. Her extended notes in this were just so wonderfully done, and that modulation at the end reminded me once again of Barbra Streisand. Her and Barbara just share so many vocal characteristics. I'm always saying it, but it's just absolutely unbelievable how she's able to do that while delivering her original unique sound at the same time. She never replicates somebody else. She just takes bits and pieces of influence from, people like Barbara, and she brings it into her own. And I am just such a stickler for that, because that is just such a dying art, is not copying people, but rather just taking influence from them and weaving it into your own unique sound and your own unique, vocal presentation. She absolutely nailed it in this. I absolutely love the flutes in the beginning, the orchestra, just everything. This reminded me in a way of Broken Vow. If you guys agree with me, let me know. The topic kind of reminded me of it in a way too. Her just everything about it was exquisite though. And from the beginning, when she was wiping her, tear from her eye, how much the song means from her, being that she wrote it, and just she is just so authentic in her delivery. With every time I watch her heart just comes right to the surface. She's not a mask. She lets everything out in her, presentation, in her performances, and it just goes to show how authentic of a performer she is. She's not someone that's up there, like I said, just trying to put on a show and just trying to, portray a specific image. She's herself, and she lets her emotions come through while still remaining a professional. And that's a very hard thing to do. I can tell you, once again, from experience, you have to really, really, really know how to strike a really good balance between being professional and being messy while still delivering, that raw, authentic emotion at the same time and really resonating with your audience. She is just absolutely probably the best person I've reacted to on this channel that in doing so. with that, and it just leaves me breathless every time. I absolutely love, once again, her look in this performance. Just simply stunning, as per usual. Simply such a gorgeous woman. And the way that she is, once again, her facial expressions, you guys, I'm always saying this, just everything involved with her brings a sense of dynamic and a sense of drama without, looking like she's trying hard to do so. It's all natural with her. I'm always saying it. And it's every time I watch her, I feel like I said, like I'm in a movie theater. It's like a movie experience, every time you see one of her performances. It's just the whole thing. And that, this touched her audience too. And, I just love to see, once again, the connection with her and that audience. They just absolutely love her. And being that she brings this kind of music to them, it's, a humongous understanding why. If I wasn't watching this now, I'll tell you what, I would think this was a studio recording to how impeccable the vocals were. These were some of the best vocals I've heard from her yet. And every time I hear something from her, it's better than the last, if that's possible. But she is just absolutely one of the only people that can hit every note, in a live setting exactly as she would do in the studio, or even better. A lot of these musicians and singers, and there's nothing against doing it because a lot of them are smart when they're doing it, but a lot of them, they can't hit the notes the same way live as they do in the studio, and they have to take things down a couple octaves. As you get older, I think that's acceptable, but I think as a rule, if you have to make it a point with every performance of every single song in your catalog to take down 2 octaves in a live setting, I feel that the song was not in your range in the beginning, and maybe you should have recorded it in, a lower key in the first place, so you wouldn't have to take it down so much and change the whole structure of the song in a live setting. Some of you might not feel the same, but it's a big pet peeve of mine because I see it all the time, especially in pop music. A lot of the singers, the females, or the male singers, we're not even going to get into that, but a lot of these singers, they just can't get through the song in the original key live. It just, they'll die, they'll choke, so they take it down a few octaves, and Laura's one of the only people who can do it live the same way she would do it in the studio, and even better a lot of times. So absolutely incredible. I could go on and on. Mind-boggling, breathtaking performance. Thank you once again, my amazing Patreons, for bringing this request to my inbox, and I cannot wait to react to more from her coming soon. Thank you so much for joining me today for this reaction video. Please, once again, if you're new to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and join the others on my Patreon for exclusive content and first access to everything to come forth on this channel. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Bring requests to the inbox, and I'll get to as many as possible. I love you all. Thank you once again for joining me, and I will see you soon. Check you guys later. Have a great day. Peace.